Hey, so it's day 11 in the alcohol experiment, and I'm feeling pretty awesome, honestly. It's quite amazing to me to think about the fact that if that drink on the weekend is a really normal thing in people's lives, that sometimes we never go more than a week without having a drink. There's one woman who left a comment in the whole like website section of this challenge set up by Annie Grace, and she was talking. That's what she said, that it had been 20 years since she didn't go more than a week without a drink. And I find that mind blowing, especially when we take into account the fact that it can take up to 7 to 10 days for the alcohol to leave our system, apparently. So it's crazy to think that, like, I know that I've gone more than 7 days without drinking in the past 10 years of drinking that I've experienced, but going these 11 days now and just recognizing that like I don't want to be like poisoning my body every week so that I'm spending the week kind of recuperating and then poisoning it again. It's like your frequent dose of like just bringing yourself back down. Not even to mention, like, that's even just like I'm thinking physically, but not even mentioning what that does to our like energetic body and our aura and our intuition and all of these kinds of things too, which maybe I'll talk about later. But today I wanted to just kind of reflect on that a little bit and just be grateful for how good I'm feeling. And there are times where I think we all kind of go through that, where we're like, oh, well, like I want to cut back on the drinking, or I don't want to drink so much, or like I'm not going to drink this weekend or whatever. And then in the end, we end up telling ourselves, well, whatever, like why not? Like one drink's not gonna, like who cares? Like I'm just gonna drink anyway. Like what's the point of not drinking, or whatever it can be. And I find that the best way to get past this those moments of like, well, whatever, like doesn't matter, I might as well just have a drink, everybody else is drinking, or whatever it is when we have a purpose. Like the easiest way to not drink is to really have an excuse to not drink, in my opinion. Like, this is really the first time in my life where I'm like, I really, really feel like totally done. Like, sometimes I've told myself, like, yeah, I kind of don't want to drink anymore. But, always kind of like being like kind of on the fence about it. But this time I feel really, really done with it. And I think it's because I'm feeling a sense of purpose. I'm feeling meaning in my life. I'm feeling like I am finally creating projects and creating things for myself that I want to be fully present for, and that I have things to do, I don't have time to drink. And so I think like I think that's a big piece of it. Like if a part of you like knows that you want to stop drinking, well, really ask yourself, like, why do you want to stop drinking? And like what is it that you really want to do, and make that a priority, and like stop wasting your time, money, and energy on the rest. It is possible, I think. I'm saying this now, and there are still some moments that I know that I'm worried about. I know that at a certain time in my cycle as a woman, everything gets a little bit harder. And those are times where I want to have a drink. So it's about like managing those moments, like being prepared for those triggers, those things that are going to trigger us, that we know are going to want to make us have a drink to like unwind, or to ease, like overwhelm if you're a sensitive person who takes on a lot. And finding new strategies to deal with that. So we'll see how that goes. But this is how I'm feeling right now, and I feel very strongly about it. So feel free to let me know if you're watching this, any strategies that you've come up with for dealing with those trigger times. If you've noticed yourself like moving away from any bad habit, not even just like drinking, it can be anything that kind of holds you back from moving forward or like kind of wastes your time. If you've noticed yourself kind of pushing those habits aside through finding purpose or meaning or like projects or something really important to you, maybe it's kids, maybe it's like somebody in your family or friends, or maybe it's, I don't know, anything, some kind of goal of some kind. Feel free to let me know, just share some inspiration or to share some stories in the comments below. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next update.